Hello again, lockpicking Paul here, and what I've got tonight is a 70mm Davidson disc detainer lock. This came by way of a trade from Picking Principles to Nigby, who sent it on to me because he knows I like a disc detainer lock. And thank you very much, Nigby. And know that this has caused me a little bit of pain. Normally, these Asian disc detainers, they're not too difficult to pick. They give some pretty goofy feedback at times, and this is no exception. And there's something a bit weird about this lock. It doesn't normally you tension everything, or rather you rotate all the discs round to 0 and pick counter clockwise, hopefully detecting the clicks and the movement of the discs as it drops into a gate. But this doesn't give very good feedback going counterclockwise. What I found is it's better to rotate everything around to 7 and pick clockwise, and it gives much more positive feedback going clockwise, and it improves the reliability of getting the lock open by a significant amount, certainly for me anyway. Perhaps it's a picking style thing, but I certainly have found this disproportionately difficult compared to most disc detainers I've picked. So let's get it picked, and hopefully it won't disgrace me, or I won't disgrace myself. I'm going to use a picking tip. Actually, I shouldn't have zoomed out then. I'm going to use a picking tip which I've made out of an ejector pin. This one's profiled, although it's not leaded for this lock. But the difference with this one, it's much thicker. There's a lot of room in this lock, so this allows me sort of to get on the discs with a bit more reliability. So let's not spend any more time chatting and do some more picking. Oh, helps if you don't trap the picking tip. I don't think my hands are big enough for this lock. Right, there you go, that's better. And I think the disc holes on this are quite small. Just getting on disc 1 could be a bit of a mare. Nice and gritty, there you go. Into 0, that's the first one. Yeah, much more positive going this way around the lock. Some of the discs you've really got to drop the tension on, like that one. You almost have to counter rotate just to let it get into the gate. What was that about? That was like 2 clicks on that disc. Yeah, it's in the gate. Right, something's not in the gate, so let's give it a go again. I think 2 was in. Yeah. That's a 0 cut, that one. Leave that alone. Ah, that wasn't. So I'm going to go back to that 3 There you go. So not too bad, but still really quite goofy feedback. Could have been clearer, I think, but infinitely better going clockwise than anti-clockwise, because you could at least get some feedback. Frankly, I should have done better than that, but not too shabby, I suppose. And just one other thing to say about disc detainers, because yeah, they're not very practical to pick in the field, but they're not terribly secure either. There's a Bosnian Bill video on this, and definitely recommend searching it out. This ring is a press fit, and if you encounter one of these locks, you can just stick a screwdriver in the bottom there and lever that press fit ring out, and then the disc carrier, which is normally in these locks a plastic tube, will drop out of the bottom and it will disable the lock. It's a destructive approach, so don't do it on a lock you like, because the chance of putting it back together again in one piece, fairly unlikely. I certainly, when I did one on mine, I cracked all the disc tube and it wrecked the lock. So yeah, buyer beware, as it were. But that's it. That's the Davidson. Definitely painful. Thank you, Nigby. And Picking Principles, thank you to you too for doing a trade with Nigby. Gave me an opportunity to try something a little different. Appreciate that. Good luck with your picking. Cheers.